The governor expressed considerable frustration on Thursday with Senate President Sweeney for just sitting on the Supreme Court nominations that Christie made in mid-December. Let's hear a little of him.
I think that what the Senate President is doing is reprehensible. I have nominated 2 extraordinarily well-qualified people to the Supreme Court. I have compromised by not nominating 2 Republicans, but nominating 1 Republican and 1 independent. I have nominated the first Asian American, if he were to serve on the court, to also address their calls for more diversity on the court. And the Senate President stands in the door of the Judiciary Committee and refuses to give these 2 extraordinarily well-qualified men the courtesy of a hearing. Members of the Judiciary Committee haven't even returned their phone calls. The Senate President needs to start doing his job.
Is the Senate going to give these guys a hearing this winter, this spring? Anybody have a sense?
I would bet that they probably won't. We discussed this, I think, last month. That's
what you said it might not happen at all.
Right. I think that it's part of a strategy to look for any way to try to hold up Christie's momentum as he seeks, to become governor for the 2nd time. And I don't think it's a great strategy because I think that people in this day and age sort of see what's going on, and it's not going to play well, I don't think.
I don't know if it plays at all. I don't know if people even realize we have a Supreme Court. I think what it does is, to be honest, I think what it does is avoid, help them policy-wise in that there are major decisions that the court's going to have to make that are more likely to go their way without these nominees, like school funding and COA, affordable housing. So I think
that's part of the
I think by delaying
rationale.
There's a big COA arguments on affordable housing on Monday, and there will not be, Christie's nominees on the court to hear that.
You say that the public is not tuned into this, but the legal community, which is a significant pillar of civil society in this state, is very tuned into having a full Supreme Court and the traditions of the Supreme Court. I think it would not sit well with the legal community if the Senate waits until after the election to...
People may not be tuned in, but I think that there's this sense of, oh, stop the game playing already. And, it's just one more thing in Christie's arsenal that where he looks appealing and the other side doesn't.
Yeah, but I think an indicator of that or where the issue stands to sort of, I tend to follow Matt on this. If this is one of the few levers the Democrats have to use against Christie from a policy standpoint right now, you would think that if it was that big of an issue, Christie would take it to the court of public opinion, and he's Chris Christie, and he'd win. But if you look at our papers, and our news coverage, it doesn't seem to get much play.
I think, though, that it has gotten some play. For instance, in the town halls, he talks about the fact, I want to change the Supreme Court. I was the guy who got elected governor. This is my plan. This is the reason why we can't change school funding, and it's up to the Democrats to move this, and I don't think it's fair that they're not. And that gets, applause every time he brings it up.
Well, I think because he always has that, that so what, that secondary clause that you're mentioning, they're holding this up, therefore I can't cut school funding, which ultimately gets down to, and therefore we can't lower your property taxes.
Got to end it there.